Hi Avalon, my name is Sophie. I'm a meditation teacher and psychotherapist, and today I'm going to speak a little bit about what is meditation and how do we meditate. So, meditation, to meditate. To meditate literally means to focus on. And so, a lot of people have a preconceived idea that to meditate is to not think of anything. A lot of people are like, I can't meditate, I'm really bad at meditating, I have all these thoughts. But actually, and I've been teaching for 10 years now, I truly believe you can't be bad at meditating. Because all meditation is noticing when your mind wanders, which it will inevitably do, and then gently bringing it back to an anchor in the present moment. Because the mind is generally either in the future or in the past. It's never present. It's usually trying to create a story or a conceptual idea of what is happening. It's never right here. So meditation is noticing when your mind wanders, noticing when you're going off into thoughts like a train, noticing when your thoughts are going past. And instead of hopping onto your thoughts and going with them, you start to bring your attention back to an anchor in the present moment. And so an anchor can be your body, it can be your breath, and it can also be the ever-present silent stillness beneath the noise that's occurring around you. I speak a lot about how there's two dimensions of consciousness existing in every moment. There's the thoughts, the forms, the things, and then there's this ever-present silent stillness from which all the noise, all the things comes out of and goes back into. Most of our attention unconsciously is on the thoughts and the things, the ever-changing, transient thoughts and things. Very rarely do we even notice that the silence is there. But for the noise to exist, it has to come out of silence and go back into silence. And so the more we start to consciously move our awareness from the transient thoughts and things to this ever-present silent stillness, which is here in every moment, naturally the mind will start to become more quiet. Naturally the mind will start to become more still. We'll start to be able to meet life from a much more grounded place rather than from a story in the mind. So meditation is literally rewiring your mind. It's like training for your mind. It's sitting for 5 to 10 to 20 minutes a day where you notice when your mind wanders and you gently bring it back to an anchor in this moment. Gently bring it back. Kindly bring it back. The point is not to think, but to notice when you're thinking and bringing it back. So that then when you're off your seat, you can start to have more space in the mind to choose. So instead of going unconsciously into thinking, through your meditation practice, you can create more space in the mind so that when you're off your seat and someone triggers you, you have space in your mind as to how you want to react. Rather than from acting unconsciously, you can start to act from a much more grounded and conscious space. I speak a lot about how we have experience. So for example, it's raining outside, and then we layer that experience with a story. It's good, it's bad, it shouldn't be happening, and that creates resistance, and that creates suffering. The more we meditate, naturally we're able to start to observe when the mind creates a story and layers on top of experience, and we can have a choice whether we want to keep that story there or whether we want to remove it. Because in truth, the rain isn't inherently good or bad. The mind has just created a story about whether it is or not. And so that has created the suffering. So through meditation, we can start to notice when the mind does this and gently start to release the story. So you can't be bad at meditating. It's actually a lot easier than people think. You're just finding your anchor and just noticing when the mind wanders and gently bringing it back to that anchor. with kindness and non-judgment. And notice if there is judgment, and notice that support, and then bring it back to the breath. You're rewiring your mind, literally rewiring it to become more present. It's like a radio station. You're retuning your mind to, instead of being lost in thought, in concept, in story, in past, in future, you're allowing it to recalibrate, rewire to become more present, more grounded, and more connected to the innate silence, stillness, and peace that you are beneath the story of the mind. So I hope that was helpful. If you've never meditated before, I encourage you to even just try 2 or 5 minutes a day and just sit down. Ideally, you want to be sitting upright, and just notice your breathing, noticing the sensation, the felt sensation of your breath coming in and out through your nose. And every time your mind wanders, which it inevitably will do, you just gently bring it back to the breath. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. I also run regular classes. If you want to do it with other people, it can sometimes really help to drop you into that deeper space, and they're free. They're every Sunday, so if you're ever interested, we've got people all around the world, people who have never done it before and people who have done 20 years of meditation. It's all welcome. I'll put a link below as well if you're interested, and hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you.